Hi there, welcome back. We'll be dissecting the Round 4 team list. The injuries keep coming thick and fast in the NRL as the competition enters into Round 4. Jerome Hughes, Nathan Cleary and Connor Watson are just some of the names who have been added to the swelling casualty ward, which already includes the likes of Latrell Mitchell, Dylan Edwards and Mitch Moses. We kick off Round 4 with South Sydney Rabbitohs hosting the Penrith Panthers at Accor Stadium. The first of the Friday night games will be the Sydney Roosters taking on the Gold Coast Titans Allianz Stadium. The Dolphins will be the home side as they take on the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium for Friday's main event. Super Saturday kicks off with St George Illawarra Dragons at home at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium against the Melbourne Storm. We head up far north where the North Queensland Cowboys host the visiting Canberra Raiders at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. In the last fixture on Saturday, we have Cronulla Sutherland Sharks at home at Sharks Stadium against Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. On Sunday, we got Manly Warringah Sea Eagles at Four Pines Park up against the Parramatta Eels in the first game. Closing off the round, we've got the West Tigers at home at Campbelltown Sports Stadium against the visiting New Zealand Warriors. Rabbitohs, the club's greatest try-scorer Alex Johnston makes his return from the Achilles injury. Isaiah Tass moves into the centres and Campbell Graham is sidelined with a leg injury. Panthers, Trent Tolai has been named in the number 7 jersey. Dane Laurie has recovered from a quad injury to slot in at fullback. Tom Jenkins moves to centre and Paul Alamoti slides to the wing in a backline reshuffle. Casey McLean has gone to 18th man. Roosters, the loss of hooker Connor Watson sees Zach Docker-Clay move into the starting side while veteran forwards Nat Butcher and Lindsay Collins have been named to return from injury on the bench. Makarezi Makatoa drops to the reserves. Titans, Jaylan de Groot comes in for his second career game at fullback in place of Keanu Kinney, who has suffered a neck injury. Speedster Alofiana Khan Pereira and big man Jamin Jolliffe remain sidelined with rest of the Titans 17 unchanged from last week. The Dolphins remain winless under Christian Wolf after blowing a lead against the Tigers last week. However, the coach has stuck solid with the same 17. Broncos, a huge in for the Broncos with strike centre Tony Staggs named to return from the quad injury that has kept him out of the first 3 games. Dean Mariner drops out of the side. Dragons, Toby Couchman moves into the starting side and David Clemmer makes his club debut off the bench. Dylan Egan joins the interchange for his NRL debut. Centre Moses Suli has been named to play. Storm, the versatile Tyron Wishart takes over at halfback from Jerome Hughes while Grant Anderson moves to centre to replace Nick Meaney. Will Warbrick returns on the wing. Lazarus Valapu coming in for Nelson Asofa Solomona and Bronson Garlick comes off the bench in jersey 14. Cowboys, Todd Payten's got an improved performance from his side against the Broncos after a horror start to the season. They didn't grab the win so remain in trouble, but the coach has stuck solid with the same team. Raiders, Joseph Tapini's return from suspension sees Corey Horsburgh shift to lock and Trey Mooney to the interchange bench. Englishman Morgan Smithies will miss the match due to concussion. Sharks, prop Tom Hazelton returns from a back injury and takes over on the bench from Braden Hamlin-UL in the only change. Siosifa Talakai has been named to play despite leaving the field with an ankle problem last weekend. Canterbury remain unbeaten this season after battling to a win over the Eels last week. Bailey Hayward will continue at 5'8". The Bulldogs will be also without William Kikau, with Sidili Tupouniua, originally named to replace. Sea Eagles, Tom Tabojovic returns after missing the win over Canberra with hamstring tightness, so Lehigh Hopoate pushes to the wing and Clayton Fualalo to 18th man. Prop Taniela Paseka's Achilles injury sees Josh Aloirai move into the starting side and Nathan Brown join the bench. Eels, 2 changes for Jason Riles, with winger Sean Russell and bench forward Daniel Keir coming into the side. Prop Joe Ofahangau makes his 200th NRL appearance this weekend. Benji Marshall has named an unchanged West Tigers side after their comeback win over the Dolphins last week. Gerald Skelton suffered a hamstring issue, while Samuel Afenu was struck down by a leg complaint. However, the duo have been named to start. Warriors, just the one change, with Adam Pompey shifting to the wing to replace Roger Tuivasa, Sheck and Rocco Berry coming into the centres for his first game of the season. Thanks for watching. See you on my many rugby league contents.